Hello, and thank you for clicking on this video. If you're coming from the store championship video, I appreciate it, but I just want to do a quick something different, a little bit different. Show you the deck I was playing at store championship. Again, I don't think this is meta defining or anything, but I didn't really have a deck to play. I went with what I was comfortable, and I wanted to try the Ryle package. So I said, why not mix Arisanna Ryle package and let's try and have some fun. I play tested it a little bit. I feel comfortable with it. It definitely has its flaws, but it definitely has some pros. So I'll go over it quickly, and if you like it, let me know. This isn't perfect by any means. There's some things I'm gonna tweak, side deck, material deck, maybe even some main deck cards, but I wanted to do this just to add some variance to the channel. And if you like this, you want to see other decks, let me know. Maybe I'll put some of the other guys' decks on here. Maybe they can go over it. But yeah, let's get into it. So material deck, pretty basic, I would say. Serene, that's kind of the big shocker. The Serene Fire, because we're used to playing either Serene Wind, obviously Arisanna 1, 2, and 3. Backup Charger, Grand Crusader's Ring, Ingredient Pouch, Necklace of Foresight, Nullifying Lantern. The 1-drop Polaris, that took a little bit to get used to. Tariff Ring and Cosmic Atroscope. Overall, I feel pretty good about the material deck. Honestly, some of the decks are just really fast that I rarely ever brought out Ingredient Pouch. If it went the distance, then maybe I would bring it out. That's one of the cons of playing the Fire variant, Serene Fire. You're not gonna get a lot of herbs, but I never felt like I needed more than what the champions were giving me. So it always just kind of seemed to work out a little bit. So yeah, that's one. I don't know how I feel about Ingredient Pouch. I know it sounds crazy, but I think right now the meta is so fast. Things might change after Boston, but yeah, it's really fast. And if I had the time, I would bring it out. But other than that, didn't bring it out as much. The Nullifying Lantern, I wanted to manage just because, again, the aggro, the fire, anything that requires the fire in the graveyard, you know, that kind of sucks. So I threw it in there. I did pull it out a couple times, but again, sometimes it's just so fast that it feels like a waste to materialize Nullifying Lantern. Tariff Ring as well, like I said in my store championship video, I played that out. It could have helped me out. I'm not saying it would have helped me win, but it definitely would have at least given me another shot. So yeah, there's a lot of attacking, a lot of the aggro decks. Tariff Ring felt like it was pretty good, and then Astroscope, pretty self-explanatory. So still maybe tweaking, maybe siding, nullifying, I don't know, maybe take out Ingredient Pouch, maybe keep it. Need to play test against other things as well, but these top cards right here, I feel pretty good about it. Obviously Astroscope, but if you have any ideas, if you want to try something, put in the comments, let me know. Tweak it up a bit. So here's the main deck, 60 cards. Yeah, so Dungeon Guide, obviously. The Harvest Herbs, this is another herb generation that I have in there. I liked it a lot, especially with Polaris costing 1. Being able to just harvest herbs, get an herb, bring out Polaris after you level up is pretty good. I mean, as long as I'm not getting hit by Censor. There was a lot of CL and Fire stuff that I throughout that whole time, through that whole store champs, I didn't get censored once, I think, if I recall correctly. So this was always viable. Just quick level up, turn 1, main phase, harvest herbs, bring out Polaris, get an herb, basically pass turn. We'll get into the Spectre package. It's pretty I guess I'll just get into it now. Liminal Guy, the 4 of, Ryle, Raider, and Undying Dreams. I had the Taunt guy in here, took him out. I don't know. It's pretty good, especially against all the allies running around, all the aggro. It kind of buys you a turn or helps you at least survive. But once you kind of get him late game, it's just kind of chilling in your hand. So I want to try it without. It seemed to work okay. I did the Ryle play things. I didn't need the extra. The reason why I was running it just for the taunt, the protection, to buy me some time, and just the Spectre attribute for it. But I took it out, and it worked okay. The Scent Barrier, yeah, this card was very valuable with all the damage and pinging, just being able to protect myself a little bit. Because one of the cons of this deck, you don't have a lot, or if any. Yeah, very little recovery compared to Wind. Because Wind, you have, you know, 3 visits, fast cure, and obviously the Serene Spirit. So you have a little bit more options in terms of recovery. So this is, it's important to prevent, and it's important when to prevent. So this card came in handy. Regenerate, that was just kind of a last second card that I added because of the recovery. I get to draw, recover a little bit. I might test it a little bit more, maybe add another one, I don't know yet, but it was okay. The recovery kind of helped. The draw kind of helped. 2 drop, put 2 cards in memory, draw 3rd, level up if needed. But it's okay, still testing it out. I don't know if those numbers are good, but yeah. Wisdom Reprise, staple, glimpsing, draw 1 into memory, so good. And then the only fires I run: Creative Shock, Draw Power, Ryle, the Ryle package, and then Searing Rebuke. Searing Rebuke's really good. I wish, like, this card literally gave me another turn constantly, because if you're playing against KFC and they ping for 1, activate Searing Rebuke, prevent 1, they take 3, ultimately they take 4, and they don't want to take any more damage. So after I play the Rebuke, they just pass turn, which is good. But then for me, I'm like, I wish I could just ping you or ping myself for a little bit more damage, so I can have you take more of that damage. That's the only thing where I'm like, I wish I can like fully optimize that card and just use it to its maximum. But other than that, it's pretty good. I'm running it at 3. I never felt like I needed more. I felt like 3 was a good number. I might try it out. If you want to play the deck, try it out. Let me know how you feel. Maybe, I don't know, maybe take it out. I don't know. It was a good card for me. It definitely, my opponent would skip turn after I drop Searing Rebuke if it's like a quick aggro KFC deck. Even against the Xander deck, a couple times they skipped turn because I just dropped the Searing Rebuke and they didn't want to take that damage. And at one point they did take the damage, and then they went to turn and they couldn't impact hammer, which they kind of didn't realize. Cole, I'm sorry. But the damage really comes in through. And then for the Astra stuff, Astra Seals, Astra Sights, Comet Fall, Cosmic Ball, Horde Counter. Premium Materia, this was kind of like a last second add-on. I was talking with Savon, you know, Final Cut, and he was talking about how, you know, if you ever kind of get censored and your Ryle package kind of dies, just having Premium Materia there to just kind of draw that 1 card is extremely helpful. If you have the Ryle package and Premium Materia, whether it's brewed or not, oh, it goes crazy. And then Spell Shield Astra, I really like this card in this meta, the current meta right now. There's so many big damages coming in that it just benefits so much. You know, you gotta be careful when you play it, because then it could just ping you and you only glimpse for 1 or 2. But knowing when to play that, especially against CL, definitely helps a lot. So the main thing I like about this package, this deck, is the influence I have. So the benefits of Wind Arisanna, you have the protection, you have the recovery, but then when you go up to those level 3s, your influence is kind of slow and you got to build yourself back up. Obviously, you know, that's why you have fertile grounds to kind of help you draw, duplicate those herbs so you can have that draw power. But with this, I found myself so many times just going to level 3 and having like 7+ cards in hand, having Horde counters, Astro Seals, and then Astro Shields in hand, and just setting up and just feeling really comfortable and having my opponent think of what I'm going to do. I've played Cosmic Bolts from hand because I had so much influence. Cosmic Bolt, pass, Horde counters, Astro Seal in hand, Astro Shield, and then a bunch of Spectre cards in my hand that I didn't use because I didn't need to at that point, so they're just chilling in my hand. So that's the benefit, or that's what I like about this fire version and running the Spectre package. The influence you have at level 3, potentially. Obviously some games you might not hit it and you just kind of in a bad situation, but being able to have that influence and threaten to negate anything or everything or stop anything you want just feels so good that it's definitely, I think it's worth a shot, especially if you like Arisanna, trying something like this, feeling that influence in hand. But with the current meta, you gotta think a lot about when to prevent, when to recover, what to stop, what not to stop, because there's not a lot of recovery, and if you die, you just die, obviously. That's why I play Serene Fire, but even that gets stopped sometimes, you know, because what's that new card name? Fiery Interference. Fiery Interference, yeah, Jeremy. Both games that to me when I Serene, it's like, yeah, good luck. You can't recover, buddy. Now take all this fried chicken to the face. Being aware that that's gonna be an option, especially against the fire deck. So, but yeah, again, this isn't gonna be meta or anything like that. Just a fun deck to play with. Feels really good though. Everything seems to flow, especially when you get that influence in hand. Just feels amazing. For the side deck, I think my side deck was trash, to be honest. I barely used it. I realized because everything's so fast. So I run 2s, 2s, and 2s just because I made a side deck last second. I hate playing against Luxem, so I always just kind of throw the Morgans in there because yeah, the Resolute stands would have came in handy, but like I was saying, like everything's so fast that I think I need to up this to 3 in the side to be able to see at least 1, because by the time I need it, or by the time like I don't need it, I'm already like level 3 with maybe like 20 health, and it's like, okay, you already did all your damage. Like Resolute stand might not be something I want to use right now, or I use it, or I don't know. It feels like it's too late at that point. But so I want to see it early for that early damage to be able to stop it. So up those numbers. Ember Crypt, is that Ember Crypt burn? Yeah. I wanted to combo this with Syrian Rebuke. Like if they KFC Pygmy for 1 and pass turn, end phase, pop this, they deal 2 to them, prevent the 2 to me, and they take 3 more, so 5 damage off of this, and I get to banish a card. Hopefully by banishing that card, you know, reducing the amount of fires in their grave or something like that. But that really came up, and the combo of that, just that's a lot of cards to play, you know, to do that. But that didn't come up. That didn't come up. Reduced to ash. This did, I got it reasonably, but it didn't come up too much. These 2 though, I'm sticking with. I think Astarte, Onsol, Crux is my least favorite type because it's just so good and it's been so good forever. So I want to keep this in there, just for anything that brings out, even Liminal Guide, if they're trying to do that, you know, if I've leveled up already and have that. Not the main reason for that, but just being able to bring that up. But there was no Crux player, so that never came up. Meteor Strike, really good, destroys whatever object, non-champion object I want, and for all the allies out there, pings an extra 3. So yeah, that's the deck. I also want to say I hate drawing Comet Fall. So the fact that I have a lot of influence in this deck to be able to use and play cards and be able to respond and kind of control the game a bit. Like, you're gonna draw Comet Falls like no other, and with the minimal herb production that you're doing, you're not going to be getting a lot of those cycle herbs to like kind of cycle. So you might have Comet Falls in your hand, and I hate seeing Comet Falls in my hand, but that's gonna happen. That's why I run it at 3. Again, it's never been an issue where like I wish I had another Comet Fall. I see them enough to where it's able to do the thing it's supposed to do, clear board. It helps out a lot. But yeah, you're gonna draw this a lot. So if you get those cycle herbs and you don't want this in hand, try and save them if you can. But other than that, that's the deck. Still gonna tweak it a bit. I might not play this moving forward, but it was fun. I think it's good. Like I said, I got 7th out of 21 players. Went 3-2. Could have been 4-1. It easily could have been 2-3. So that's just kind of the vibe that the deck is giving. So if you want to give it a try, give it a try. Make your own sideboard, depending on what, like, yeah, don't take my advice on the sideboard or anything like that. Make your own sideboard. But yeah, I think the deck's fun. It's pretty good. It can compete. And if you play Arisanna, you just want to have, I think at one point I had like 15 cards in hand at level 3. Like, it just felt phenomenal. So I think I only had blank once. So, but it feels great. So if you want to give it a try, give it a try. Make your own. If you have any comments, suggestions, leave them in the comments. That'd be great. But yeah, again, trying to add more content to the channel, different videos, different ideas. But yeah, if you like it, let me know. Any suggestions again, and thanks for checking it out. Peace.